Hello, everybody. Welcome along to your afternoon rabble here on the Rangers Rabble Podcast. My name is Martin. I am your host, and I am joined today by my good friend Kenny. Kenny, how are you?
It'd be a lot better if they get their finger out their back end and boat somebody. How about that for a start? Let's just get right into it right now. Your daytime news is don't
Well,
know.
I mean, I thought you would have picked up that you've went from a friend to a good friend, but you've not even picked up on that.
That's
Um,
just for the viewers. You know you don't like me. How can you say that
um,
rubbish?
everybody, please get your comments in actually, because as Kenny said, look, it has been pretty slow. I think it's fair to say over the weekend. It's been the quietest weekend, Kenny, from a Rangers perspective that I can remember in a long time.
Do you know something? If you look at it, I flip the coin a wee bit on it. It's because the press used to get their fingernails in about stuff and then would leak it and all the rest of it. I think Rangers are just getting a bit more mastery at keeping it really, really quiet. Um, there's a couple of wee things I'm going, ooh, I don't know about that. You know, the things that Cifuentes coming back and the U-turn on Mulligan and all these kind of things. So, but I do think you're going to see an influx. It's just unfortunately for a guy called Martin Douglas that he's got content shaky legs.
Yes, yes, it's very much so. Right, well, folks, listen, thank you. That was your after. No, I'm joking. No, but I suppose the biggest story coming out is the reported links, Kenny, to Harry Darlin. Um, and reports do suggest wherever you look, you can find them, folks, that um, Rangers are in talks or close to being in talks with Harry. Apparently, he loved playing under Russell Martin before. I'm not sure how close it is because there is other teams interested, Kenny, but at least Rangers are in the hunt.
Aye, and I think the guy's played with him a couple of times at a couple of different clubs. Martin's took him to a couple of different. Well, no, Russell Martin. I need to get used to saying that. Russell Martin's took him to a few different clubs with him because of how trustworthy he is at the back. His injury record until he comes to us is pretty damn good, and I think he's a stalwart at the back because if you can keep somebody injury free and he's decent, then that's what every single club wants in their defence, is it not?
It very much is. It very much is. I was just looking for the quote. I couldn't find it anywhere. Um, there it's there. So from Harry Darlin, um, it's just disappeared again. This is what working live, folks, is like. Well, so I found it. I have found it. I found what Russell Martin said about him. He's
Right?
a very young and hungry, and he possesses all the attributes you need to play at the very top, in my opinion. And it's up to us to help unblock those now. So that's when he was playing for Martin before. He's got athleticism, mentality, technical ability, and first and foremost, he's a great character. It's a really brilliant signing for the club in terms of investment. So that's obviously what Russell Martin said a few years ago. I don't know that much about him, Kenny, if I'm being brutally honest. I have tried to look up a few things here and there, but he's not somebody I know a great deal about.
I had to go and do the same. I had to go and really educate myself on the guy. Both feeted, can play centre, can play each side. So the most important thing for me was his injury. His, if you like, backlist, and he doesn't really have one. 97 games and 15 days off, let's call it, for niggly injuries is a welcome signature for Rangers in days going by. Was that guy got a hamstring injury? I will sign him. We don't, it doesn't seem as if we're going to do that much longer. So that's a positive. And we're getting floated with another couple of kind of defensive minded players. So it's good. It's good. How do we say it? It's okay when people are speculating, but like everybody in the comment pages here, I would like to see something signed, sealed, delivered. And I think that could do with a Diamandi or an Igaman or somebody moving on. I've got a funny feeling this is all going to go crazy. I just think it's simmering very nicely, and I'm not sure when it's going to start kicking. But I think you're going to see a big player getting out, bit of money coming in, and then them starting to sign contracts. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, well, I can now finally tell you what Harry Darlin said. I finally found it, Kenny. Yes, I have. So this is when
Nice.
he signed for it. This is when he signed for MK Dons. The way he wants to play football suits me down to the ground. I see myself as a ball playing centre back, but one who prides himself on keeping clean sheets. I'm an ambitious person, and I think the club suits me in that aspect. So a ball playing centre back, Kenny, which is exactly obviously what Martin's looking for, prides himself on clean sheets. It's all well and good us sitting here saying, "Oh, look, such and such has said this, such and such has said that. It's going to be a great signing." You don't know until they come in. But when was the last time we had an actual proper ball playing centre back?
There's been a few that made us a few quid. Your Boom Songs, your Bagheeras, or these kind of players that were head and shoulders above the league, but got a couple of seasons out of them, and then we sold them on and made some money. So, I would always say talk's cheap, especially when you come into the Scottish League when it's hear 'em, scare 'em, and folk are trying to take your legs off just because they want to. Whereas in other leagues, it's more skilled defending and stuff like that. So I'll give him the chance. I think he's come through the right areas, come through like League One and whatever else into the Championship and stuff. So he has had to graft for his transfer. So that's good news. But you answer your question, mate, no for a long time. Somebody that's good at getting the ball down, no panicking, playing the ball. I honestly thought the guy, Casemiro, was going to be that guy. I thought when I saw him playing in the centre, I think he's originally a right back or something, but I saw him in the centre that time, and then he played left, and then he played right, and he was so calm. I thought, wow, that's like the old days. We used to get them for like Europe and they're very, very calm in the ball, even though there's so much attention round about them. So yeah, good few years, Martin. Definitely. I mean, we've had okay defenders, but we've never had that one where you go, this guy's far too good for that league. I remember seeing that way with Boom Song. I remember just going, this guy's far too good for us.
Different gravy.
He was, mate. He's coasted by folks trying to stamp at him, and he was just like walking the ball out to midfield and stuff like that. And then Bagheera was more in the striking area of the park than he was at the back half the time. I know when we were going forward. So
remember his goal against Dundee United?
So that's exactly the one I'm thinking about. It's madness. So he is a bit of a player. I like that kind of sentence and mentality there about, listen, I'm ambitious. My job is to get clean sheets. You'd expect that sentence out of a goalkeeper. Probably not so much a centre back. So fingers crossed we get him. It seems as if, I think we keep saying this, it's a done deal. We thought that about Mulligan, didn't we? And we don't know what the hell's happening with that either. But
well, that's apparently done. Gone. I mean, it's not going to happen. Apparently, and we'll wait and see. But yeah, apparently the club's done a wee U-turn on Mulligan. So we'll just need to wait and see. I love this comment for Jordy though. Hasn't had a major injury, comes up to Rangers, and within a month he's out for 4 months.
That's what I said, didn't I? I says he's no injury prone till he comes here. We've done his cruciate, we've done his hamstring, he's sent
he done the cruciate walking down the stairs in his new flat. That's what he done.
You've nailed it. It's the marble staircase. We need to stop getting him to sign it in there.
That's ironically, do you know whose birthday it is today? I've asked you that as you've just took a took a big. I can't. Do you know it was on the morning phoning as well? I can't get my words out. Do you know whose birthday it is today?
No, go on.
Bill Struth.
Oh Christ! I feel really, really shit about being on a Rangers podcast and couldn't answer that. Take care, guys.
Yes, it's Bill Struth's birthday today. He was born on this day, 1875.
Could you know just I said it was your Uncle Derek's or something? I knew I feel terrible.
Well, I don't have an Uncle Derek. I've got an uncle that's a dick, but I've not got an Uncle Derek. So, super chat in here. Thank you very much from Beep Bop Boop. Thoughts on Mussolini's grandson coming to Ibrox? Have we been linked with somebody called Mussolini?
Oh, I'm trying to wrap my head out with how that means and what that means. You're far too educated, Beep Bop Boop. For us, you'll need to tell us exactly what you're talking about.
I'll tell you something, Kenny, right? I googled Mussolini football, right?
Right.
And there is a player called Romano Floriani Mussolini who plays for SS Juve Stabia.
Okay.
Who's a right back. 1.5 million value, apparently. He played 33 times in Serie B last season, scoring a goal and getting 3 assists. So, if it is just made up, then whatever. But if not, then I've just discovered a new right back.
Somebody's just put there, we could be doing with a Mussolini in the UK.
Jesus.
It's a political monster that we are at the Rabble.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
even know. I don't know what that meant about the Mussolini thing. So I don't know whether I know it's something we can lighten
Well,
us in.
I've just found a new Mussolini. So
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be quite like the one a while ago. But yeah, there we go. Mussolini,
He's fried.
unbelievable. Did you see the stuff about John about Bomber Brown, Kenny? Yeah.
Obviously, do not like somebody blatantly saying a truthful sentence that's maybe just tickled a wee nerve there. But unfortunately for you guys, we've got Hank the Yank in the lawyer's office now. So I wouldn't be poking this big American bear anymore as much as you used to, because we'll just send a $10,000 an hour person down and say, "Hoi, don't touch your Bomber Brown."
By the way, see, that's a good point. See, on that, do you think the fact that we've got new owners now is why this hasn't went any further?
You better believe it. And you've got to remember, we're not playing about with Mickey Mouses anymore. The lawsuits, I mean, you fall in a... If anybody's ever watched the film Friday and the wee guy falls in the store and tries to get money, that just tells you everything about America, right? There's lawsuits coming out. You could stave your finger in a shop and try and get like $1 million. So these guys are used to crazy, crazy things, these lawyers, and how to get out of situations and how to make things go away. We never had that before. You know, we've not even had your Finlay QCs or anybody in our... I mean, I've got a funny feeling they sent Douglas Park's son down trying to sort it out with a pink suit on, the stuff we used to get done with. So, we're a different animal now when it comes to getting advice on this type of situation, and it'll just disappear.
Do you know what came into my head there when you were talking to people getting sued? Do you ever remember that clip? I can't. It's the British one. It's Scottish people, actually. And it's one of the court TV programs, right? It's like a Judge Judy type thing, but I don't think it was Judge Judy, right? And the dog had shagged the cat. Did you see that one?
That's a regular occurrence in our household, by the way.
The cat can't sleep. The cat can't eat. Oh, I'm really sorry. And she bursts out laughing.
Somebody phoned Donald Finlay.
Oh, this is a football podcast.
Oh, see, this is what happened, Rangers. You don't bloody sign any. They're talking about dogs pumping cats.
The cat had PTSD and everything. Oh, this is public. This is actually going out to whoever wants to click on and watch it. That's shocking behaviour. But aye.
I feel sorry for the person that's just literally logged on.
Oh, I feel sorry for the person that clicked on the video and heard me say dogs pumping cats.
That's aye. That's it. There you go, William01. Why are you all laughing? Well,
that's what she says, but in it, why are you laughing? She's like, I'm sorry.
Aye.
You would laugh, but wouldn't you?
I'm sorry. Oh, that's it. There you go. Half an hour by. Tune in next week. We'll talk very, very soon.
Was it Judge Rinder? Is that what it was?
Aye.
Is that what it was?
And he couldn't console himself. He was absolutely floored with it, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Aye, well, there we go.
Brilliant.
Well, there we go. But listen, going back to the John Brown thing, right, before I absolutely lose the absolute plot here. Rangers, you need to do something. We can't have any more of these afternoon rabbles. We're not a lot to talk about, right?
No.
But see, just on the John Brown thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get where he's coming from, and I get why you're saying it's truthful. That's your opinion. The opinions of contributors in the rabble do not represent the opinions of the rabble itself. All opinions given by individual contributors are therefore from the individual contributors and have no association with the Rangers Rabble podcast. How quick was that for legal, by the way? How quick was that?
You are tied into the Americans, I see yourself. You've done well.
Yes. But should he have said it, Kenny?
Aye. In a blunt word, aye. And I'll tell you why. it's not just happened. I don't think he was just meaning Rangers. I think he was just generally saying this is now getting farcical of what we're having to put up with as a football league. And I honestly, hand in heart, know he was reacting quickly for a Rangers situation. But I think many managers, many directors, anyone that's associated with a club in the Scottish Premier League it's a volcano ready to blow, because everybody's raging at the decision making, the VAR decisions. Nobody ready to take accountability. But that, Martin, was, I mean, what? How do you talk your way out of that decision? And I think that's when he just went, pop, this is heavy corrupt. Because now they're saying that, see these things here, now they're saying they're trying to tell us your eyes don't work, even in an instant replay or in slow-mo. So this is how farcical it's getting. There's no other way to say it, but somebody is making
but the
sure
fact,
things
but
only
the
happen.
fact, Kenny, and this is just where I'm coming from it, from a person who owns a business, right?
Right.
From a club's point of view, is that really something that should be said out on a club channel? Because obviously, I can sit here and joke and go, "Oh, the views of Kenny don't represent the views of the Rangers Rabble, etc., etc." But he said it on an official. He's used Rangers to say that there's corruption against Rangers, whether it's true, whether it's false, whether it's a bit true and a bit not true, whatever it is. Should he be saying it on an official club channel? As supporters, we can all sit here and go, "Oh, absolutely, get it said. Nothing was wrong with what he said," but it's an official club channel.
I'll be really honest with you. When and who does it then? And how do we get somebody to cause a stir that way? Because somebody's got to start saying it, or we just do the usual BBC sweep right under the carpet mode. You know, let's go, forget about it. Oh, everybody will shut up. No to do. Tie this legality around his neck, and then that'll show everybody else that they better not open their mouth about this. No. It was so blatant, and it's been happening so many times that I'm still going to stick my neck out and say, I think it was more he was frustrated so much that he just came out and said that whatever he was on, it could have been on anything. It could have been TalkSport, it could have been in BBC, it could have been STV, it could have been anywhere. I think it just at that moment, he just went, what? How can you possibly not see that? And he just said what everybody else was thinking, all right? Whether you're Celtic fan, Rangers fan, Dundee, Aberdeen, anybody that saw that, even the ball going in the net and then getting walked away from, all this kind of stuff, the offsides, it's been happening all season. And see, to be fair, mate, we're becoming a bloody laughing stock up here for many leagues. The affiliating and officiating is unbelievably terrible. And VAR is a big, big responsibility to take for that. And I'll tell you why. Because referees are only interested in getting decisions. They're not interested in putting their balls on the table and saying, that was a free kick, that was a yellow card. And you've got that animosity of was it wrong or was it right? Because what we meant to do, Martin, you're right, he was on a Rangers channel. But see, at the end of the day, unless somebody starts to say anything, nobody should be getting that hung around their neck. If he gets that hung around his neck, why? Because he's got significant evidence to prove. You could probably sit down, if John Brown sat down with somebody from Opta or anything like that and rigorously went through the league and tore out all the different decision makings from an Aberdeen Motherwell game, a Motherwell Hearts game, a Rangers Celtic, a Celtic Dundee game, and just completely put a dossier together, a video dossier of, he would have about 30 of a season. How are you meant to tell him off for that? Because he's now got significant evidence.
But the question is then, Kenny, how many other clubs can come out and go, I'll show you 30 that went against us?
But that's the problem. They'll not do that. And I'm talking about refereeing towards the clubs. I'm not talking about a team against a team. I'm talking about the actual decision making of the officials or the VAR. You know, there will be discrepancies on should they have got a penalty or should they have got that we didn't get into Europe because of you. I'm not talking about any of the decisions that passed. I'm talking about how they made the decisions and who didn't want to make it. And it became farcical, which it did that day. You're saying it was wrong to do it? Nah, no in my eyes, because it might end up with Rangers saying because of the way they are, we're not going to put you back on in case you say something silly. But to me, I don't think it was silly. I think it was basically he'd ran out of things to say. We've been talking about this for months on this podcast about all these decisions. So we used every other word. And he's probably listened to a lot of them, the review, the rabble and all that, and he's probably went, I've fed up saying it. That's corrupt, that. That's black and white, blatant that was an issue. And that's what VAR was invented for, Martin, wasn't it? That's what it was invented to stop this carry on.
To stop
And
it.
it's done.
Yeah.
It's went worse, isn't it? It's went worse since it's happened.
I used to be a massive proponent of her. I was all for it. I thought, yeah, it's absolutely going to make the game better. They're going to get more correct decisions, not all, but more correct decisions. And it's just went the complete opposite way.
It's
It
a good
really has,
idea.
Kenny. It's a great idea in principle. Absolutely great idea in principle. And there's maybe certain things that you can do. Like now, managers have got iPads, haven't they, on at the dugouts now. Why can't they do it like tennis, where if somebody goes through and goal and scores, quick look at the iPad, oh no, right, challenge. Give managers a free challenges each or something like that. So that not every incident's getting looked at every 5 minutes. How many times now does your team score and you go, right, all right, cool, it's a goal. When VAR first came in, I went, people just get used to it because it's a good thing for football. Now I'm not sure. But it's never going to change for the simple fact, Kenny, all you need to do is look down south, see the amount of money that's in English football now. And if somebody doesn't win a league because of an offside goal, they can't have that. They just can't have it. So it's not going to change.
There's nothing going to happen. I mean, I was with you. Because of the amount of decisions we were getting against us in general and maybe other clubs, etc., across the water, we thought this was going to maybe level the playing field where whatever was right. But what it's actually done is it's took the humanitarianism out of it. It's nobody's wanting to make a decision now. Oh, I'm just going to put it up the stair here. See, let him deal with it up there. Oh, listen, him in the stadium, wasn't me. Fellas up the stairs said it was an offside. That's bollocks. The referee should be asked, he should be making the final decision. No VAR. He should be said, right, there's what our opinion is, but what is yours? Because you're the whistler. You're the one on the park. No, you get a pass. You know, that I think that's just stupid. And I agree with the comments here, a few of them putting it up there about the goal line technology. That would take a hell of a lot of things away. The talking to the crowd when something really bad happens as well, the way rugby does. Explain yourself. Don't just stand there and run about and say, it's in my ear, they're talking about it now. Oh, I'm just going to give, a red card or whatever. Well, I think it's not a bad thing. It's just we've not got the people with enough balls to do it the right way.
No, we don't have the best refs. We don't have
No.
anywhere near the best refs.
Yep.
Deal with. Can I just ask everybody who is currently watching on YouTube if you can give the show a like and make sure that you are subscribed if you enjoy the content and you want to subscribe. We are very, very, very close to 14,000 subscribers, so that would be great. On our push for 20,000, that would be amazing. Make sure you follow us on all socials. All links are in the description. Check out the Rabble store as well for loads of goodies. And of course, remember, we're running this until we cannot run it anymore. If you spend over £50 in the Rabble shop and you send proof of that purchase to rabbleisland@gmail.com, you're automatically entered into the draw for a brand spanking new, never been used PlayStation 5. So there we go. Some other news, Kenny, it's more gossip than news,
Right.
is that Rangers have been given encouragement in their efforts to sign Connor Cody. Leicester obviously desperate to get some money in, FFP and all that. So we've been given encouragement. He's 32, Kenny. We have spoke about him, to be fair, right? We have spoke about him. But he's 32. I don't know if he's the quickest. Martin wants to play a really high line. Is it really somebody we should be going for?
Davy Weir. Let's throw it out there. There's a Jack.
Was Davy Weir playing past the halfway line?
I don't think that he'll completely play Connor Cody at this past halfway line. He knows fine well that he'll get hammered on pace. I think it'll be more clever than that, and I think we've still got about 2 or 3 defensive-minded players to come in. So I think it's more rotational. That's what it feels like. There's no way he's catching in. Don't be wrong. I'm saying that. Do you know, the guy might be as fit as a fiddle. I have no idea. I mean, Jamie Vardy or 100 metres would be probably pretty tasty. So I don't know. I've never really kind of kept my eye on Connor Cody. I know he's a bit of a baller in the box. He'll go for a header. He'll put his body in the line and all that. He likes to shout at his pairing. He's always been very, very vocal. So maybe Darlin's the guy that's going to do other round about, and him, he's meant to be the chopper. I don't know.
Do you still get choppers in football?
Hope so.
Well, yeah. By the way, talking about chopping tackles, did you watch that celebrity football game last night? That soccer aid?
I did. What one was it? Because I turned it off about.
Did you see
15 minutes.
Bonucci?
Oh, I didn't even watch it before he came on. I see he was on the subs bench though. Did he slice somebody? Did he?
I don't know. I don't know what her name was, right? Because I wasn't really paying that much attention. I had it on while I was working, and I watched a wee bit, man. And the woman had the ball, and Bonucci just went bang, cleaned her out, man.
Was it her with the blonde permy hair?
No, I can't remember. I can't
She was
even
playing
remember.
all right in the first half, so she was. But a couple of them had.
Bonucci, well, I say he went bang. He came through. It was a brilliant tackle, to be fair. Steph Houghton at London saying. It was a brilliant tackle, to be fair, but it completely wiped her out, man. And he just got up and got on with the game. He's like, what are you doing? Got on with the game.
I think Greenan done it with one of them, I know. The only lassies, he scudded them, I know, in the first half. But
do you know what that does, Kenny? It shows you the difference in strength between men and women, because she was down and it was just a normal challenge. And then like 5 minutes later, I can't remember who the boy was that was playing for England. He went right through Tevez, tried to take Tevez out, and Tevez just got back up and stared at him, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
But it does just show you the difference in strength. We'll finish up today's show, Kenny, shall we, by possibly we'll discuss this person one more time. Who knows what's going to happen in the next few days. Cyril Dessers looks as if, Kenny, he is for the off AEK Athens. Everything's pretty much been agreed. Just waiting on signatures, etc., etc. And I think he will be gone.
I think you will see Freigan getting tied up pretty swift or something like that. One of the players, when Dessers. I think this is why we've got that little merry-go-round, because obviously the owners of our club now will be going, well, why am I spending the main money? I'm just a big at that in. So I'd rather put that and put 2 million weight. I've only spent 2 million for this player. Kind of attitude. So I believe that when Dessers inevitably goes, which I think I'll put my neck in the line and say it will be probably before maybe Wednesday or Thursday, then you're going to see the players coming through the door, if not the same day, the day after, just purely because they're going to wait until they get the money in. Because I've seen the Freigan one, there's a few teams after him now. It's becoming a bit of a to and fro game with players at clubs that want them. So if we free up, what is it? Is it a rumour? Is it about 5 million or 4.5, 5 million?
Between 4 and 5, aye.
Right. So there you go. You're only be spending 2-3 million on a player that was valued at. Oh no, in fact, was he valued at 8? That Freigan. I think he was valued at 8.
6.5, I think.
Was it?
I don't know. The truth is, we don't know what they're valued at, to be honest. It's just
no,
whatever
I'm
Rangers are
doing
willing to pay.
a few Stevens here, just talking, just hoping that I get something right. Hey, Shug. Thanks for watching.
But I mean, just literally finish on this. Sum up Cyril Dessers' time at Rangers, Kenny.
Successful.
Well, not for us.
No, I don't mean trophies. I just mean for him. If you just write it down. If he's got his numbers like that, he can't have no been successful enough at our club. He can't have been. We as a club weren't successful because we've got another 9 players playing round about him, excluding the goalkeeper, that weren't good enough. But he done his part. His part was that. So there's his stats. There you go. 50 goals in 2 years, man. See if we're chasing a striker like that right now, everybody boning the hang. Oh, have you seen this guy? Holy moly, see this, he's a machine we're going after. So for me, just personally, on him, if he looks back at his time in Rangers, he's saying, well, could I have done much more? My job's to score goals. I scored goals. It's not my fault that everybody around about me bottled it, which I think happened.
Yeah, I think that's a fair summation. Yeah.
Can I have a wee jump in, by the way, just quickly, about Cifuentes?
Yes.
So I was reading a few stats about him on I'm going to get this Stuart Gilroy rang here, Thessalonica, or whatever the hell they're called. They went to Aris, whatever. So apparently he's played 29 games for them and helped them qualify for Europe. So I don't understand. It's only the fact that they couldn't afford the £3 million fee because they're stuck for money. And apparently the only reason he's coming back, Rangers gave him a 2-week extension to get the money. And they're going to go after the boy for Applewell now because his contract's come out. Would that change any Rangers fans' mind to give him a chance if he's played 29 games and played a blinder? I don't know what his stats was. I don't know what his assist was or anything, but he played a lot of games and he helped him qualify.
Well, according to Transfer Market in the Super League, which is obviously their league, he played 23 out of 26 games.
Right.
He got 1 goal, 2 assists.
Right.
So he was in the starting 11 77% of the time. He played on average 79 minutes and he participated in 10% of the league goals. Current market value is €5 million. And he seems to be given a fairly handy rating as well over there. So
the Glasgow Times has said today it was 29 league matches for Aris. I don't know whether or not it's a stop start or what. But
well, they only play 26.
See, there's the papers for you. Fucking unreal. But see, to be fair,
although wait a minute. Sorry, 29. Yeah, because 29? There's playoffs.
Ah, right, well. Okay.
And he played 6 times in the playoffs and he got 1 assist.
Right. I don't. Do you know what I mean? Come off the bench for 10 minutes, keep the squad big, pay him kidney beans. I don't know.
Well, the rumor was, and again, I really cannot speak today. The rumour was that he didn't like Scotland, like Tim Sharp saying there. He wasn't a fan of living in Scotland. He didn't enjoy it at Rangers. So the main rumour is, Kenny, that he doesn't want to come back.
If he's went away and played all right in that, you know what I mean? I don't know how Rangers feel about it, but you know what I mean? If we don't want him and he doesn't want to be here, and we're looking for 3, but they can only afford 1.5, I don't know, be good business just to say, well, just give 1.5, take him. Strange.
Yeah.
Ponder that, Bears.
23 games in the league, 6 games in the playoff, and 2 games in the cup. And he scored 2 goals by 3 assists in all those games. And he only got 3 yellow cards, no red cards. So there we go. Interesting one. We'll see what happens with him. Obviously, we've got Rabbi Matondo to come back, Kieran Dowell to come back, Ben Davies to come back. Quite a few players to come back, so we'll wait and see what happens with all them. Maybe that's something we can discuss tomorrow, because we will certainly need the content if Rangers don't get their finger at their arse. And I say that just totally selfishly as somebody who runs a podcast. That's just totally selfishly. Kenny, thank you very much.
Welcome.
And remember, folks, if you've got a dog, for the love of God, don't let them near a cat, right? Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the consistent memberships. The super chat as well that came in. Thank you very much for just all the support. We are, at the end of the day, just a small channel run by Rangers supporters, trying to do our best, trying to make our way in the old YouTube and podcast world. So any support that we get is honestly greatly, greatly appreciated. So thank you very much, everybody. We're back tonight at 7:30 for your Monday Night Rabble. I'm going to go and start writing that now, because I've got absolutely no idea what's going to be discussed, but there'll be something. So thank you very much, folks. And yeah, we shall speak very, very soon.